Hey everybody! Hello! Welcome to the unboxing video live stream. We're going to unbox something from Pro Wrestling Loot today. I'm excited about you being here. I'm excited about us trying to figure out how this works, all the technology. Pro Wrestling Loot is a company through Cratejoy that sends out monthly subscription boxes. I decided to subscribe to this a month ago. I haven't gotten the box yet. It finally came in the mail yesterday. And I thought, well, what better way to do a live stream than to just unbox this thing here with all of you? So I did open it. You'll see I undid the tape because I wanted to make sure there wasn't another box in there. But I have not looked in there to see what is in the box. So we will unbox this momentarily. But first, I want to say hello, see who's here, make sure we have an audience, and just talk a little bit about some of my wrestling stuff. Some of you may know about my wrestling journey. Some of you may not know anything about it at all. Some of you were here because you know me from there. Some of you were here because you know me from other places. And so I wanted to just talk about wrestling and talk about what that looks like. I want to make sure that we are actually on the air live. It's working. That's good news. We mute this. Always got to make sure it's working. Always got to make sure that we're live streaming. So, those of you who know me know that I've been involved in professional wrestling. I grew up loving it as a kid, and that's because, of course, of all these guys. Grew up watching the Hulk Hogans and the Ultimate Warriors and the Randy Savages as a kid, and so pursued that dream, pursued that passion. When I got into college, I fell in love with independent wrestling here in Cincinnati, and my journey started as a website guy. And then I moved into all kinds of other roles. And so let's just take a look at some of the highlights and lowlights from my wrestling career.
Send this to his mom.
Did you see that? Oh! Kirk Shepard managed to pull a fast one, getting the victory.
Into the dog tag!
Oh my God!
Oh my goodness!
So there you go. There's the highlights and lowlights from my wrestling career. Hey, if you're here, the chat is working. Send us a message. Ann Mormon, my dear, dear friend, asks me what's in my green drink. This is thrashed apple Mountain Dew. It's awesome. If you like Mountain Dew and you like the crisp sourness of an apple, very, very, very tasty. Thank you, Ann, for asking that question. Why does my Stream Deck keep wanting to do these things? All this technology is really awesome. And this is the first stream I've done in a while. Hope you can hear me okay. Hope you can see me okay. Would love to hear from you. In fact, if you want to join us during this unboxing video and come on the air with your camera or even just your voice, you can do that. So there's a way for you to join the conversation if you go to this website. It's kirkis.online. That's just www.kirkis.online. You can join me here as my guest, and we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. I plan to be here for about a half hour or so. We'll see how long this takes, but that's the way you can be part of this. So if you're interested in doing that, also, some of you already are members of the Patreon, and I love that. But if you want to join the Patreon, you can do so at that link. You also can buy me a coffee, which should be showing up now. It's not, but buymeacoffee.com/KirkShepard. You can donate $1 or whatever. Buy me a coffee if you're interested in supporting the stream. And the reason why I ask for those donations is not because I need the money necessarily, but it's nice to be able to buy new equipment and to buy new resources. Because, as you saw, I was involved in professional wrestling for a long time. I'm a NWF Hall of Famer. 2018, I was inducted into the Hall of Fame of the Northern Wrestling Federation. And I've been away, but I've come back this week in a consultant role and have some new equipment I'm trying to test out there. So anything that you want to donate would go to that end. But you don't have to, please. Just if you're here for the entertainment, I hope it's entertaining. I think it's time to open the box and see what's in it, yeah? Let's take a look here and see what we've got. So I've not opened the box. I undid the box. I wanted to make sure there wasn't another box inside so we could do this flawlessly. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know what we're going to get. I can tell it's probably a t-shirt first. And they ask you for your t-shirt size when you sign up for this. So I actually need this tape here. This tape here. I don't want to look in to the box too much. I want to look at it with you. So, pair of scissors. What's going on with you guys? You doing okay? Anybody here wants to comment? We can chat while we're doing this. But let's find out what this t-shirt is. I can tell it's a t-shirt. I want to look. This t-shirt is, let's see what that says. Jordan Oliver, East Coast Ace. Must be an independent wrestler of some kind. Don't know him, but we'll look him up. Jordan Oliver. I know a Jordan who wrestles. It's not Jordan Oliver, but Jordan Clearwater is my dear buddy, good friend of mine. You should check him out at the NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance. He's setting that on fire and does some other dates out there on the West Coast. This is an East Coast guy, Jordan Oliver, East Coast Ace. Okay, we got a t-shirt. Oh, can you hear me okay? Hope I didn't break that. All this technology on the desk. That was interesting. Okay, let's see what else we got in the box. Looks like we have a book. Shut Up and Wrestle, The Art of Competitive Cooperation by C. Edward Vanderpyle. I actually know C. Edward Vanderpyle, kind of. And I know Shane Michael Kidder because they are West Coast guys as well. Vanderpyle's a manager, and he managed another dear friend of mine, Carl Anderson, on the West Coast. So we have this book with photos. So we'll take a look through that a little bit here. I kind of like them. I'm excited to read this. This is kind of the story of the NWA, maybe the New Japan Dojo. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so Vanderpyle's book. Huh, who would have thought? I didn't know he wrote a book. Okay, what else we got? We have an action figure. It's a Tommy Rich action figure. For those of you who know Tommy Rich, he was in the NWA many years ago, a 1980s star. Tommy Rich. Some very good matches with Buzz Sawyer, Abdullah the Butcher. And in 1981, he defeated Harley Race for the NWA World title. So we got a Tommy Rich action figure, or pint-size all-star. We got more things in the box. Let's see what else we got. Oh, just one thing. Autographed photo of Bill Alfonso. Okay. I like it. This is kind of fun, right? So, they list the things here. That's in here. Oh, wait, and there's a wrestling card. a Sabu card here with the Bill Alfonso picture. They give you an itemized list here at the back of what's all in the card. This is awesome. So this was the October box. I know that the November box is going to be lucha oriented, so out of Mexico. Not super excited about that, but I will be unboxing that live on the air with you once we receive that at the middle part of November. So, Bill Alfonso. So, part of the reason why I subscribed to this box, this monthly giveaway box, not a giveaway, I paid for it, was because I want to have giveaway items when I start to do more wrestling content. So, I'm probably going to start doing, didn't mean to do that, probably going to start doing a podcast, a wrestling podcast soon, old vintage wrestling, that's my goal. And so I want some giveaways for that. Hey, Johnny Suede, welcome to the broadcast. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, Tommy Rich was in the FBI with Tracy Smothers. You're right, he was. Thank you for that. I forgot about that. Tommy Rich came into prominence later on in his career in ECW. So anyway, we're going to try to do some giveaways. I just want to do streamings more. I want to be here with my people, hanging out with you, and interacting with you on the air more often and as often as we can. If you want to join the conversation, you can do so by going to this link, kirkis.online. I'd love to talk with you about anything pro wrestling related or life related for that matter. The calls are open. Open phones, I used to say on the radio talk shows I used to listen to as a kid. Open phones tonight. Speaking of wrestling, Northern Wrestling Federation is in action this Saturday night in Ludlow, Kentucky. Bell time is 8 p.m. The doors open at 7. That's an interesting venue. I like it. It's a brewery that also serves as a circus company, and the atmosphere there is very, very cool. Usually very, very full crowds, capacity crowds, and they are loud and enjoy the wrestling very much. So I will be there. I'm not going to be doing anything on the show, but I'll be helping out with the production and behind the scenes kinds of things. So if you see me there, say hello. Yeah, so how are you guys? What's been going on in your lives? What's been happening? Hey, thanks, Johnny. We in the NWF appreciate your good comments. I know you've had a relationship with the Northern Wrestling Federation up there in the north a little bit, so thank you for that. What's been going on with you guys? What's been happening in your lives? What's been going on? Love to interact with you. Love to talk with you about life, love, wrestling. What have you been watching on TV? What have you been reading? I don't know if you can see back there in the dark, but all those books back there are books I need to read, want to read. I think that maybe starting in December or after Christmas, once all the Christmas movies I've exhausted those, I want to cancel some of my streaming services and start reading more often. So maybe we'll do some book-related streams coming up in the new year. I just have lots of ideas, I have lots of technology, and I want to do more of this kind of thing. I love this. I love interacting with the people. I love being on camera. So, yeah, that was a cool box. So those of you joining us late, let's just review. We got a Bill Alfonso autographed picture with a Sabu wrestling card in the back. We have a Tommy Rich action figure, pint-sized all-star figure, they call it. We have the wrestling book, The Art of Competitive Cooperation by C. Edward Vanderpyle. And Carl Anderson's right there on the cover. He was a big part of that New Japan Dojo. And then we have a T-shirt from Jordan Oliver from the East Coast, who I don't know much about because I'm out of the loop with modern indie wrestling. But I will look him up and see. So I think everything except for the book, I'll probably keep the book. Everything else in this package is going to be given as a giveaway on our next stream, our next wrestling stream, which will happen, I don't know when, but I'm going to keep these things to give away as freebies for whoever wants them. And we'll give you like a contest or something to get you interacting with that. So I hope that you will consider coming back for that. I also think we're going to do some other streams of different genres. This is a wrestling-themed one, of course, but I want to do different kinds of streams with you coming up soon, including some mental health-related things, and I've got some other giveaways coming soon, because I think that that's important to give you a reason to come hang out. Again, the Patreon is available if you want us to subscribe. I would love to have you. You can join for as low as $5. You get exclusive content. You can watch, I have some vlogs that I do that just go there. We're going to do more vlogging. I've got some equipment, and that's going to be really, really cool. So I think that's going to be fun. Hey, I just got a text from my buddy, and he is watching. So thank you. I hope you can see that. Let's see. Northern Wrestling Federation is a company that's been around in the Cincinnati area as longer than anybody else. First, the last, and the best. That was a slogan that we came up with years ago, but it was a true one. And that the Northern Wrestling Federation started professional wrestling, independent wrestling in Cincinnati officially. And then every company sort of was born out of it or came through it in the early days at least. And it's still around. 26 years still around. Celebrating an anniversary coming up in end of November. Like I told you, this weekend, you can see the Northern Wrestling Federation hanging out at Ludlow at the Burkus Brewing. I'll be there. Hope to see you there. And, it says, hang on, Ian. Are you trying to get on? Let's see. Try it again. Let me see if I can get you on here. Join the conversation. I did not see... It didn't tell me you were coming in, but I'd love to get you here. Also, it's very interesting. For some reason, all these messages or comments that you're sending in my room and my live chat have a Spanish subtitle. I don't know why that would be, but it's interesting. Technology. And I hope you're able to get connected. Try again. We'll see what happens. We'd love to have you here on the air. So, wrestling, Northern Wrestling Federation. So now they run shows Ludlow. Last weekend we were in Fairfield. A lot of breweries. We were at the Swine City Brewing last weekend. We've got shows coming up in Covington at Hits. That's the anniversary show. Not the next one, but the next one. I think Mount Orb. I got a schedule somewhere. I will definitely try to get you guys invited to those things. But yeah, it's exciting. Well, I'm sorry that you can't get through, Ann. If you're trying to, I would love to have you join me. I don't know what's going on, but it is a technological issue, maybe on the Ecamm side. Ecamm is the name of the streaming software that I use to bring this broadcast to you, and it works really well most of the time, but not always. Yeah. So we got 6 viewers right now, and I would love to know who's all here. If you all would like to comment, I would love to interact with you. Again, you should be able to join the conversation by going to this website. Maybe or maybe not. My friend Ann is trying to get on and it won't let her do it. I don't know why. Sorry, Ann. Maybe next time. Hi, Freddie. Freddie Wood says, hi, Kirk. Freddie Wood still does not have a profile picture after all these years. What's going on, Freddie? Get a profile picture. That was an interesting box. I think the next one will come. Let's see. This one came on the 18th of October. And so I assume that we'll have another one just in time for pre-Thanksgiving next week. Well, hi, April. Hello. Now, I know April has a profile picture, so I don't know why it's not showing that. Maybe it wasn't Freddie's fault. Maybe I criticized Freddie and I shouldn't have. April, I hope that you're doing well. I know that you are far, far away from me now. But we need to connect because I want to get you on my podcast soon. I do have a podcast called Healing, Helping, Hoping with Kirk Shepard and Friends. You can get that wherever you get podcasts, and I would love for you to listen. There's a couple good episodes. In fact, one featuring my friend DJ Plunkett, who's in the national tour of Wicked, coming to Cincinnati in a month. That's a good episode. Bobby Owens also has been on a guest. Regina, my friend from work. So check out Healing, Helping, Hoping with Kirk Shepard. If you just search for my name in podcasts, you'll get that one. You'll probably also get the Sappy Critic podcast, which is not something that's got very many episodes yet, but we're working on that. It's local Cincinnati theater. And April, I miss you too, April. I do. Let's connect soon. Check in. April is a brilliant counselor, former mentee of mine, who is going to go on and change the world, getting her doctorate, and I'm very proud of her. I wonder if anybody else is out there and wants to try this and see if we can get it working. I'd love to find out if it's a problem on Ann's end or a problem on our end or a problem on Ecamm's end. But if you want to join the conversation, come on with your webcam, your phone. You can do that with this link. I would love to have you there. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Freddie Wood does have a profile picture. We got to take a look here. Well, I wish you didn't. Freddie asked me about what I think about AEW. AEW. I think it's okay. I think modern wrestling is hard for me to watch. I don't love modern wrestling. Oh my gosh. Talk about a blast from the past. This is the guy who drug me into this business. It's his fault, actually. Eric Bannister is the partner I had. He was the leader, really, when we started out. So what happened in wrestling was I went to the very first ever Pillman Memorial Show at Norwood Middle School in 1998. And then I went to the one at Cincinnati Gardens in 1999. What I learned in between 98 and 99 was that the Heartland Wrestling Association, run by Les Thatcher, used to run wrestling shows at National Guard Armories in Hamilton, and they were in Eagles Hall in Blanchester. They would run other buildings here and there for little independent wrestling shows. And I started to go and watch them, and I used to send in the results to wrestling websites. That was a thing you used to do back in the day. Still do it now. People do. Somebody else was doing that too, and it was only about 25 people in the audience. So I asked the guy at the website for the name of the person who was sending him the results because I wanted to meet them. And it turned out it was Eric Bannister, who's here in the chat, who was living across the parking lot from me in my apartment complex at the time, in a random coincidence. And so we started to go to the shows together. And he had another friend who took pictures. He was a web designer. I provided some of the content. And we created a website called HWA Unofficial. And it was popular with the fans, but also the wrestlers. And Shark Boy, who was someone in charge of things over at the HWA, reached out to Eric and asked us to come and do their official website. And that's how we got our feet in the door. And then Eric got smart and ran for the door as soon as he realized what we were getting into. And here, many years later, I'm still part of it. So Eric's the smart one in the group, but I really would not be here if it hadn't been for him taking that initiative and doing a lot of that work, because I was probably too shy and not super sophisticated at it. He also got me a job later doing tech support, where, I'm not lying, most of my job was asking people if their computers were plugged in. And it was fun. Good to see you, Eric. We need to get you on the podcast too. So many people I want to talk to, and then trying to get schedules lined up and trying to get things coordinated is always difficult. But we're going to do that. I'm going to make a new commitment in this fourth quarter of the year to try to interact more with my friends and people from my past. And tried to connect through the iPad and the iPhone. That's probably on our end. I'm sorry that didn't work out. If anybody's on a computer and wants to try to call or log in on the web browser and try it, you can. But we're going to wrap this up in a few minutes anyway, because I think we're about out of juice. Nice to see 6 people here watching the show. Hey, that's 6 people. We can touch their lives. I'm all for it. Freddie asked me what I thought of AEW. I didn't answer the question because Eric came on and got me excited. But Freddie wants to know about AEW. AEW is independent. Well, it is the other national company. WWE is the one everyone knows. AEW is the one that wrestling fans know about because it is hip, cool, and doing some good things. They have billions of dollars. They're never going to go out of business. They're signing all kinds of talent, including my good friend Carl Anderson has worked for them. And this footage is from their show where he wrestled John Moxley, who's also from Cincinnati. I like it well enough, but I don't watch modern wrestling except for the Northern Wrestling Federation. I usually end up watching my old stuff with all these guys on the Peacock Network instead. It's just what I do. Has anybody watched Squid Game? Squid Game is a show on Netflix I'm hearing a lot about. Not seen it yet. Should I watch it? Yes or no? Freddie, we're not going to talk about that. Hey, I've got 22 seconds before my camera shuts off. Well, that's not good. Let me fix that. Hang on. Maybe, if I can figure it out. Now we're out of focus. I really hate that you only get 30 minutes with the DSLR camera. Yeah, we're going to go till 10. So if you want to talk, you are welcome to do that. But, yeah, that's what we got going on. So I think that will do it for now as far as things on my agenda. I've got wrestling this weekend. We've got, what else this weekend? Oh, I'm going to see Xanadu at CCM on Saturday afternoon before I see the NWF show on Saturday night. Friday, I might head up to Kings Island, depending on the weather. We'll see. And then I work pretty much the rest of the week from home now, right here in this chair, doing this job. Not this job, a job similar to this. I don't talk as much in my other job. I listen more, but I'm here in this chair a lot. I also have these really cool lights. Can you tell? They like fold down and turn into lamps for my desk, but I really like them. Well, Ann, thanks for being here. Freddie, good to see you. Anybody else who was here? April, Eric, anybody else who stopped by? Great to have you here. And yeah, I think that will do it for now. It's so good to hang out with you. Check out the future live streams. They'll be announced on the page in plenty of time. Sometimes I just go impromptu as well if I'm inspired to do so. But it's been good seeing you. Again, if you are so inclined, you can join that if you want. And that'll be it. Have a good night.